He once held the Guinness World Record as the most watched man on TV, and soon David Hasselhoff will be as famous for his voice. We'll speak with the Hoff in a moment, but let's remember why we're all such big fans. David Hasselhoff is a man of many talents. He was the Knight Rider.
Well, these computer things are just a waste of time anyway.
Mitch Buchanan in Baywatch. And in the 80s, he was Germany's #1 pop star. Now David Hasselhoff has penned and voiced his first spy thriller. Up Against the Wall blurs fact and fiction and tells the secret history of the Hoff and the fall of the Berlin Wall. Please welcome David Hasselhoff.
I've been looking for freedom.
David Hasselhoff, good morning.
You're welcome. Good morning.
You have recorded your first audiobook. It's a spy tale that has one foot in fiction and the other in truth. Tell us about your connection with the Berlin Wall.
In 1989, I was asked to sing on New Year's Eve, and I said only if I could sing on the wall, which had just come down November 9th. I never thought they'd say yes, and they did. I went up in a crane and I sang, "I've been looking for freedom," to 1 million very happy reunited Germans. My song was #1 at the time, and I found out before that the people knew me as David Hasselhoff, the man who sings of freedom. I said, "Do you know me as the guy who talks to the car?" And they thought I was a bit crazy. They said, "No, we know you as the man who sings of freedom." They went, "I've been looking for freedom, da 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 da." They couldn't sing the second line because they were not taught English in school. They were taught German and the Russian. And that gave us the idea to do a book about Berlin and my time in Berlin. And a lot of it's fact and a lot of it's fiction. And it's kind of like up to the reader or the listener, because you can't read the book, you have to listen to it to decide.
And you're the reason there's still part of the wall intact?
Yes, I am part of the reason the wall's still intact. I'm happy about that. They were going to tear the rest of the wall down to build a hotel and some luxury apartments. And I thought it was sacrilegious. And they had a big piece of the wall, like about about a mile and a half or a kilometer and a half, that was there. And I said, "This is great. 800,000 people a year come and see this." It makes them think, what happened behind the wall? It makes people talk about it, because it did happen, and it was brutal. And it just gave me a real sense of pride that they were actually singing my song. I'm just a guy from television who was singing, "I've been looking for freedom," and I became this bit of a mythological hero, if you will. And when I met them and they started singing my song, I was moved, because I had played a part maybe in the psyche of giving people hope.
Is it true you owe your nickname to Australia?
It's so weird how it all happened. Now it's costing me money because I have to trademark the name. Everybody wants to put Hoff in their commercial. I actually did a commercial where I said, "I've officially changed my name. I'm taking the hassle out of Hoff." That's right. I'm taking the hassle out of my life. From now on, I'm just the Hoff. So I walk into a bar and the bartender says, "Hello, Mr. Hasselhoff." And I say, "From now on, it's just the Hoff." And the bartender says, "No hassle." I mean, come on. It's gotten to a point where it's just completely nuts. It's taken over my life. I very rarely get called Mr. Hasselhoff or David. I get called the Hoff. And you know what? That's okay, because it's funny and it's fun and it's positive. And it all started in your country, where I know that if someone's having you on, it's really good to give it back to you guys right away. And it works. And I did the same thing with Australia. I went on the ARIA Awards and I took off my shirt and it said, "Don't hassle the Hoff." And now that shirt, we've sold a few million of them, so it's okay.
Well, you do have this strong connection to Australia. I remember interviewing you when you performed on stage with Angels lead singer Doc Neeson at the Rock for Doc fundraiser when he was diagnosed with a brain tumour. Was that a special night for you?
Yeah. Ha! Yeah, beyond belief, because I got to meet Doc before he passed away, and And he was cool, man. He wasn't like, oh, wow, David Hasselhoff's doing my song. And I chose that song by accident. I just was going on tour in Australia, and I thought, well, I should do some local songs. And so I heard that song, and then I heard what comes back. Am I ever gonna see your face again? And then I heard, no way. And I went, what is that? And I loved it.
You've had so many ups and downs in your life, including a very public battle with alcohol, yet you seem in a really great place now. How have you managed that? How have you achieved it?
You know, it's like Lady Gaga said at the Academy Awards, it's really hard work. And it's not how many times you get beaten up and knocked down, it's how quick you get up, you know, and how you find motivation in people saying no.
And your daughters have been a big part of supporting you as well, haven't they?
My daughters are equally as crazy and as successful as I am, and they have that Hasselhoff gene, which is like, keep going no matter what. My daughter's one plus size, and she's making a name for plus size girls that says, you're okay. She was on television in Australia. She's got to have an Australian manager. It's my other daughter's the same way. So the Hasselhoffs are still there, and we intend on giving 110%, and we'll be down in Australia quite soon.
Oh, what for?
Well, I'm opening up a place in Bali, and I've got some really good friends from Adelaide who are my partners. And last time I was down there, I did Bondi Rescue, had some fun with the boys on the beach, and I did Celebrity Apprentice down there. But we're going to come down because of probably my resort that we're working on in Bali, in one of the Gili Meno, which is an island over there. And mainly just kind of hang out and see some friends. I hope to get down there on New Year's. I'd love to show my wife what happens on the Sydney Harbour Bridge. You know, it's amazing.
Best in the world.
Really is. It's the most fun I ever had was being on a boat, looking up at the Sydney Harbour Bridge. It was a fun night.
I'll bet. Now, there have been plenty of rumours about a Knight Rider reboot. Is Kit coming back anytime soon?
I can tell you that I don't know exactly when it's coming back, but I know that it is coming back. And it's going to be coming back the right way. And I may be in it a little bit. I may be in it maybe even more than a little bit. But I will be part of the story, and I will be part of the production team. And we're working it out now, and I'm really, really excited. And believe me, when we make the official announcement, you'll probably hear me scream from Los Angeles, because I've been waiting for a long time for this.
I have to ask, what did you think of the Baywatch movie?
Next question.
Okay. Well, David, when you get here, please come and join us on the panel.
I love that. Be fun. It really is one of my favorite places.
David Hasselhoff, thank you.
Cheers.
Up Against the Wall is available now for purchase on Audible.